Hi everyone, it's Nicole and I'm here with Let's Get Hip Fridays, and this is the January 2016, yes, January 2016 Hip Kit. Now I did pull in some stuff from my stash. Here's some crate paper, Hello Love, again that, and then this is my mind's eye, my story, and that's the chipboard from the crate paper. And I did bring in some stuff from my stash because I bought the Hello Love collection from Crate Paper on my own. So I brought in some die cuts and those little rosette and a few other things from my stash so that I could use them with this, or in those sequences, so that I could use it with this kit. And one of my goals in 2016 is to use up my stash, and I'll talk a little bit more about that because I'm doing a few things to make this happen. Now, like I said, I'll talk about the layout and then I'll come back to that. Now, one thing I did was I printed 4 photos with my Canon selfie, and they're just really small photos, and I was going to use them as, 4 together, and then I thought, no, separate them all, and then it looks like a photo strip, and I love that. And I'm going to put the 4 of them side by side. At first, I mount only the one. And then I thought, oh, that's a lot of work. And then I'm just going to put them side by side anyway. And if I want it to look like a film strip, they really should be all on the same one. And so you're going to see me pulling it off here in a minute. I go to put it down. I'm like, oh, it's too much work. So now I'm just going to put them side by side. And then I thought, wow, this looks like a film strip. So then I'm going to mount it on the Crate Paper Hello Love with the black and white stripe. And then I'll build my layers from there. Another thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put some clear gesso to the background, and I'm going to use some ink from my stash, and it's a distress ink, and I think it's Abandoned Coral, I think is the one I used. And I'm going to put it on some packaging, and instead of just dabbing it, I'm just going to smoosh it all over. Like literally, I'm going to put my hand inside the baggie, and I'm just going to spread it so that it's really all over. Now, like I said, I just put some clear gesso, and I just used this palette knife. Now, I went to my art store because I love these knives, but I could only get them in a package of 6, and I didn't like the other, or 5, and I didn't like the other ones. But when I went to my art store, they were $1 a piece, so I bought like 6. So I'm set. Now, I went to my art store yesterday, and I needed some modeling paste, and I bought a big tub of modeling paste. I have another one here, but it's kind of gray, and I wanted a white modeling paste. I'll still use the other one. When I color it, it doesn't really matter, but when you don't want to color it, gray looks kind of icky. So I wanted some white stuff. This template here came from the color add-on, and it's a bunch of little hearts. But first, I'm going to cut some packaging. I'm going to add some distress stain, add a little bit of water, and I'm just going to really drag it across the page, and it just gives it a lot of texture. I'm going to dry it up, but it's not going to take long because I just dragged that paint so much, or that stain so much, that it's soaked right in. Now I'm going to take the Heidi Swap modeling paste that came in the color add-on, and I'm going to use that. Now this stuff here, I can't remember the name of that stuff. I got it at Michael's. It's from Recollection. It's some kind of material, and I just can't think of the name right now. I just did quite a few night shifts in a row, so I find my brain tends to shut off. In between night shifts, I just kind of sleep and get up and then go to work. And to tell you the truth, this is the 3rd time that I do the voiceover. It's never happened to me before. In a long time, we'll say. The first time, I forgot to turn my microphone on. The second time, iMovie quit unexpectedly, which that hasn't happened since I've had my new computer. So I was like, oh no, this better not start happening. So this is number 3. So hopefully it goes well, because in a little bit I have to go get ready and go back to work, and I want to get this up tonight. And but before I go back to work, my friend is working a little later for me tonight, so I can see my son's hockey game at 8:30 till 9:30. I worked till 8 this morning, and I'm going to work for her till 8:30 tomorrow morning. So she gets to sleep in 2 mornings and instead of getting up at 4:30. So it's kind of a little treat, and I get to go to my son's hockey game. There's only 4 left, so boo-hoo, I'm sad. And so I really want to get this done because I got to go get ready. And so yes, this is where I added the pictures in under that pattern paper with the black and white stripe, and it really makes it look like a film strip. Now I'm going to just cut a strip of that vellum. I'm going to fold it in 2 different spots, and it just gives it a little bit more oomph in behind. I'm going to use my ATG, and I'm going to glue down the 2 sections, and so that they don't pop up too much. And yes, I use the modeling paste, and that's from Heidi Swap, and that came in the color add-on. And while I build the background, I'm just going to talk about a few different things. First of all, I'm going to talk about the pictures. This is pictures of my second daughter and her boyfriend, and they've been going out for 2 years plus, a few months, and they just got engaged in January. So I just wanted to take some pictures sort of in a row of them. The first 2, I'm not going to say serious because they're smiling, but it's nice pictures of them, we'll say. And the last 2 are silly pictures. They absolutely love, they're silly, absolutely silly. They're each other's best friends, and they just love hanging out together, and they have a good time. And the funny thing is I bought my daughter a coloring book for Christmas, one of those adult coloring books. And then I got her some Prisma colors, just regular crayons. And I went at Michael's and got it for 50% because, man, those things are expensive. Anyway, so now, and then I bought her a second book not too long ago. And when I gave it to her, they both said, "Oh, good, yay, now we each have one to color with." So they sit down at home and they color together. So they do all kinds of fun stuff. Like they're not kids that go out and party. I mean, they have fun with their friends, but they can go out and have fun and not have a drink. So they do fun stuff like, I don't know, going out for dinner and then going to someone's house and they play games, board games, and they have a blast and they love that. And so anyway, I just want to document that their relationship is very much they're best friends, and that's a great base to start a life together, is to be best friends. And years ago, when I was when I had cancer, and that's when I met my husband, is when I had cancer, and he had come for one of my treatments, and he was waiting outside, and he met this man who was always there, who was also there for his treatments, and so he asked if we were married, and well, first of all, he asked him if he was robbing the cradle. Because I was 25 years old, but I looked like I was 15. I looked so young back then. Man, those were the days, right? And but we were the same age. We were both 25. But anyway, he was just teasing him. And my husband says, "No, I'm 3 months older than she is." And so he said, "Can I give you some advice?" And my husband said, "Sure." And he said, "The secret to a happy marriage is 2 words. Yes, dear." And so anyway, Dave passed that wisdom on to Pat. And it's just funny because he's not a pot stirrer whatsoever. He's so easygoing. And he's just a great matchup for my daughter. They just get along so well. But anyway, so I just want to document that. And while I'm doing this part, because I'm just kind of, doing rub-ons and putting it on and putting some of the die cuts that I put together. I cut apart one of the pattern papers, XOXO. And while I put that stuff together, I just want to talk about what I'm going to be doing for the next couple months. So in the month of February, I'm going to still be doing my Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. But those are going to be extra videos on my YouTube channel, and they're going to be Calvin Ball, prepping for Calvin Ball. And Calvin Ball is a challenge that's going to be going on at the Get It Scrapped site, and it's free. It's for everyone. If you go in the forum, you just have to sign up, and then you go for the Calvin Ball forum, and I have a link in all the videos of the Calvin Ball prepping. And then you have a number. I'm number 30, and so it's a friendly competition about getting as many pages done in March. And so I'm going to be doing that, and I know I won't win, but I am competitive. So I made myself a goal, and as long as I beat my goal, I'll be happy. And you get points if you participate, if you comment on people's pictures and that kind of stuff. So it's a point building system. And then once you sign up, you get a number, like I'm number 30, and then you keep going to that same post and you just add your points and just edit your post every time. And so what I'm doing is I'm prepping. I just uploaded 2 videos yesterday, and you see me getting page kits ready. And I think I have one more video that I'll upload tonight or tomorrow. And then after that, and I must have close to 100 pages. And I know I got ready way more pages than I said I was going to do, but I'm also going to a crop in April and a crop in May. So if I can have some page kits ready for that, that'll be awesome. So go check that out. I talk about how I'm going to be putting all these pages together. It's done in real time, so the videos are kind of long. No, not kind of long. They are long. But what you can do is, Tuesday, she said that she put it on while she was working out and was just kind of watching and listening to the videos. Other people put them on while they're scrapping, and then I'm like the person across from a crop and I'm chatting. And I guess another thing is I want to, in March, I want to stream live while I'm doing some of these pages. So this is sort of my prepping for that, so that I can be talking for a long time while I'm scrapping, so that I can be chatting and scrapping at the same time. I'm developing my multitasking, which, I mean, that's my job, so I shouldn't have to work on that too much, right? But I just think it's going to be a lot of fun. And I'm going to try and stream quite a few times in March and be working on some pages. And, and I just realized I totally forgotten, because I had put for vacation days back last April. So that's almost a year ago, right? Because that's when we have to put in our vacations. And I put in for 2 days vacation in March. Now I have enough bank time to ask for the 2 other days off. So then I'll have 2 weeks off. Yay! So if that works out, I'm going to have 2 weeks off right in the middle of March. And so then I'll be able to stream during the day so that I can get, people in Canada and United States. And then I can stream later at night so that I can get people from Australia and UK and Austria and, Ireland, everywhere, which is really awesome. I just love that with this technology that we have, the internet, that we can make new friends from all over the world. So what I did was I sped it up times 8, because this layout took me an hour and a half. I think I did it after my last night shift last time, and I find I'm really kind of like lagging after I've done 4 night shifts in a row. It takes me a few days. I'm not young, people, anymore. I'm not young. In a few months, I'm going to be 50. The big 50. I can't believe it. I think the last time that, and I'm not going, like I'm depressed. I'm not depressed. It's a milestone, right? And the last time that it really hit me like that was when I turned 25. And it's because where I worked, they told me that I was a quarter of a century old. I was like, what? That was just the most depressing thing ever to say to a 25-year-old. But anyway, now I'm a half a century old, even, But for me, I just look at it as, yes, another birthday above the ground, right? So that's cause for celebration. So I don't look at it as negative. I look at it as positive. And then I have some stuff planned in May too, because I'm going to be 50 years old, and I have some stuff up my sleeve for my YouTube channel, and I'm going to do some streaming, and I'm going to have a class in May also. And yes, there's National Scrapbooking Day in May, and I'm off. So I'm going to be doing some fun stuff. So I have so much stuff planned. Oh, my head is just bursting with stuff that I want to do. But so it's going to be a fun year. My goal for pages on YouTube is 150. I'm hoping to blow that right out of the water, but we will see. I have so much more energy this year. I don't know if you can tell, I'm a little hyper, but I have way more energy. I feel like 199% better than I did last year. So because I have all this energy, I feel like I, want to, conquer the world and do a bunch of stuff. And I have quite a bit of goals in different areas too. In a couple of days, probably in the next week, you're going to see a haul that I'm going to do on my channel that has nothing to do with scrapbooking, because I want to bring back something in my life that I used to do a lot, and I used to love, and I stopped doing. And so I'm going to have quite a big haul of that to show you what I want to. So I won't say too much about it, but it's going to be, I'm just waiting on one more order, and then I'll just do a massive haul and just show you what another one of my goals, which I didn't reveal on my goal sheet. So it was a goal that I added after the fact. So even if you go back and look at my goals layout, it won't be there. And that's what I said, that my goals, they were going to be interactive, because I kind of sat down right one night and wrote down all my goals, but I knew there was going to be other stuff that I would want to work on and or do in 2016. So in front of my planner, I do have a place where I can add some goals, because this doesn't have to be goals that you work on the entire 12 months, right? It can be something that I want to change in May, and then start working on it then. Okay, so I'm kind of coming up to the end of the video here, but I did use quite a bit of the rub-ons from the My Mind's Eye story, and I used one of those rosettes that came from the Crepe Paper Hello Love. I used some chipboard, I used some of the tags, I used some of the brads from the My Mind's Eye, my story. I'm cleaning up my mess here, and then I cut down the pattern paper to 11 3/4 by 11 3/4. I'm mounting it on some black cardstock, and boom, it just kind of frames it, and it's totally more contained now, kind of zoning in on the layout. I did take a pen, and I'm just outlining the edges, and then I put little X's in the layout. And I used to do that all the time when I did tole painting, T-O-L-E painting. And I like to do it sometimes on my layout. I'm adding some splatters in pink and in black, and then I'm going to dry it up, because I don't know if it's because it's winter or whatever it is, but man, my layouts, the sprinkles aren't drying up, and I come back the next day and they're not dried up. And that last picture, I have to mention, she put on top of it, aren't we the cutest? Because the first two pictures are just, nice pictures, and then the last two, they're super silly. And that's it. The page is done. So thank you so much for watching. Bye.